I think we're live.
Yes, we
Um,
are. Hello.
um, so, welcome, welcome. We've been doing these gameplay streams of our ongoing campaign for a little while now. We actually have a new player tonight, Beowulf. He's going to be playing a pre-made character. He doesn't know as much of the rules, so he's going to be we're going to be teaching him as we go.
Diving
Um,
right in.
and yeah. So to kind of give a recap of what happened last time, um, so this is a fairly recent campaign. All of the players so far have just recently broken out of uh, have broken out of the vault, basically the place where hunters in training are kept. Um,
Like
and
dogs.
like little dogs. Um, and evolving, they ended up finding a corrupted Arakan baby that ended up busting out of the vault, and they chased it down. Uh, I don't remember what you guys did. Did you guys kill it
We
or?
squished it.
Oh, yeah.
Like we didn't
um,
know whether or not how corrupted it was, so
mhm.
I'm pretty sure we had to just. Well, we took it out the back and I slammed its face in with my tail.
It's perfect. Um, so, oh, I've got to get the Twitch chat in my view. Um, So today we're right. So after killing the Arakan baby, they are approached by one of the leaders of the Hunter Society, who was, grateful for their service and managing to take action and eliminate the source of the corruption, and. And so they got rewarded with basically hunter citizenship. They are now out of the vault and are officially a part of the Hunter Society. However, when shown their new home, the true owner of the Hunter Society, a horrible blue multi-armed bastard named the Mariva, came by and stole a pet that they had found over their journeys. Um, a little
No, Mr.
Malu.
Squeals.
We actually have a little picture of it this time. Um, so if I bring it up on here on Roll20 and like expand it out, this is an adult Malu, but like nonetheless, they're like little boar pig things.
I
Um,
lost my pet.
and the Mariva took it as like part of his payment for wrecking his vault, and he's
Getting
not a
it
nice
back.
man. So someday they hope to get a little payback. Um,
By stabbing him in the face.
Now they started venturing out into the Warrens in order to hunt down a corrupted creature for either payment or power. Um, and excuse me, I'm also very tired. But uh, what happens to Discord? No, not that. There we go. So they went out into the Warrens with a guide, as a guide could help inform them about easy mistakes they could make, or just the basics of exploring the Warrens. And along the way, they discovered a hobo that the guide seemed to recognize and was like wanting to, pull his sword and kill him. And I don't know. I don't remember the exact specifics of what you guys did. Care for one of you to describe it?
Well, we met the
Um,
nice man. I gave him a coin. Turns out he was a bastard, so we turned the other way and watched that and listened as this guy old yellered the hobo.
This is a very murdery group.
Yeah. And then my worms, they showed us where to go. They said, don't go upstairs or go up the hill, go down.
So later they when they exited the city into the Warrens, they found a strange talking worm thing that seems to have like an identity crisis. Hello, pattern seeker.
Threatened to slap it in the face multiple times.
They threatened it, slapped it in the face, and eventually it was saying stuff like, I'm an old adventurer who had my body put in this worm. I'm actually a demon that will slay you all. And then finally, after many, many different things, he's just like, I'm a thief. And everyone's like, okay, at least that's believable. And decided that he was mostly harmless and took him along for the ride. So he's kind of a weird little worm thing that's advising them along the way. They'll probably kill it if it even tries to betray them. So, you know.
Kill it! No. What gentleman? We're going to use it as live bait.
Oh, live bait. I mean, it is a worm. All right. So right now they are on top of or in the middle of the Hollow Mountain, where they have the option to either walk up the Hollow Mountain or go down into the Glass Forest. And they have been told by their wormy friend that the Glass Forest is a much better idea. Their guide Sid is willing to go wherever they want to go. And we're starting off here. Beowulf, when we start doing stuff like skill checks and everything, we'll just tell you how they work. So
perfect.
And those watching at home, this is an excellent opportunity to also learn how to play the game before the game actually comes out. So,
oh my lord!
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are just gonna continue down the trail of graves down to the Glass Forest.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing inclining us to go up the hill.
So as you travel downwards, you eventually find an old guard woman who seems to be guarding the trail up the Hollow Mountain. She kind of eyes you guys and goes, "Hey, you look new. I should warn you. Right now, a bunch of people have been going up the Hollow Mountain, and it's a bad idea. Horrible things are up there, and we don't recommend anyone, trying to kill the thing that's up there. It may be corrupted, but it's killed way too many people."
Corrupted, you say?
Oh, jeez. Don't be one of those people. Please.
That's not a good idea. We need to learn more about where we're going first.
Fine.
I don't want to die on the first hit.
Fine. Well, I don't know. Blow it up later or something.
Well, cool. If you need any help, I at least can give you advice if you ever need anything. Are you guys first timers?
Yes, we are.
Ah.
Well, we've been stuck inside a rock in a hole in the ground for like 5 years, so yes.
Well, I did recently see a hunting party go down, and they had some sort of lead, probably from a scout, about some sort of corrupted beast they were following. You can. The problem is they haven't shown up for like a good week, so I feel like something's bad happened to them. Doesn't matter much for you, but maybe the beast's still alive. Maybe you should be the ones to take care of it.
So there's like a 30% chance they got eaten. Cool.
Yeah. So if you see like a hunter trail, maybe follow it.
Sounds good. Or they're hunting.
Will do.
I don't really know too much about it. They were saying that the leads they had were of people that the scouts ended up coming back with with red, sightless eyes, like they couldn't see anymore, and apparently it was a miracle some of them even made it back.
Oh, wonderful. Face melting. That's fun.
Sounds dandy.
All right. So, as you guys continue down to the glass forest, you experience one of the key traits of the Warrens, the stench. Like, like the air just keeps getting thicker. The dirt underneath your feet starts crawling with worms, like normal worms, and just
Oh, that's fun.
the air becomes just a disgusting a disgusting mix of like odors of bodily fluids and whatnot. Um,
So it
and
smells like a bathroom.
it basically smells like a bathroom. But it's not just what goes on in a bathroom. There's the stench of like rot. There's the stench of just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like it's just an overwhelming smell. Um, each of you will need to roll an athletics check to see how well you can handle the smell. So for Beowulf, if you look on your the first page of your character sheet, you should see skills. One of them will be athletics, and there will be a number of filled-in hexagons. That is how many d20s you have to roll. So you can roll those on Roll20.
Do I add the bonus to the end of it?
You add the bonus to the end of it, except that the d20s, you don't add the d20s. You actually take the highest of the ones that you roll.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. For example, I did my roll ahead of time and I got a 17 because I only have 2 in athletics, so I rolled 2. I got a 12 on 1, but I got a 5 in body, so 17.
So
I got a 22.
I think I rolled that wrong. How do you what's it to add the modifier again?
It's slash. Oh, whoa, God, that was weird. Slash roll. Just say however many d20. So 2d20, k1, then plus whatever bonus you have. So I just rolled
Gotcha. Okay.
2d20,
okay, I need
k1 plus 5.
Okay, so I
Side
got
note,
9.
Beowulf would a crit.
First roll of the night.
Oh, crap. All right. So that gets us into another rule. When you roll a 20, it explodes, meaning that you roll a d6 and add it to your roll. However, 6s are the cursed number and counts as zeros.
That makes it a 24 total for me then.
24. All right. It's as if you've lived here your entire life. Right on like special abilities or a note section somewhere that you have 2 resistance to the stench of the Warrens.
Beautiful. Smells like home, boys.
Smells like home.
Are you sure? Smells kind of like rotten eggs and underwear.
So Cryptic Apathy, you rolled 9.
Yep.
Oh boy. Like tears start streaming from your eyes, and you're obviously about to vomit before Sid the guide like shoves some herbs like quickly under your breath. Under your mouth and nose, just like breathe in, don't hurl on me. Normally, if you were to roll this poorly, you would become like sickened and vomiting. However, thanks to Sid's help, you are merely okay and can adjust a bit to the stench of the Warrens.
Yay.
So you get 1 resistance to the stench of the Warrens.
Okay.
If you end up passing out, I'm not curing you.
I
might put you on the warm and just let him carry you. But
what'd you roll, Misako?
I rolled a 17.
17. You don't need the assistance of Sid, but you don't do quite as well as Beowulf. So you get 1 resistance to the stench of the Warrens.
Neat. I'm assuming this is like a temporary assistance, not like a permanent resistance kind of deal.
It's the longer you stay in human society, the more your resistance to the stench decreases. the more you're out in the warrens, the more your resistance increases. However, this is only the beginnings of the stench, so it can get quite worse in deeper areas.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
All right.
Rotting, maggot-filled areas.
All right. So you guys have now finally
That's
entered.
lag time.
We have a bit of lag time.
I'm not lagging.
I'm not lagging either.
Yeah, I think my connection was a bit spotty for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
That's just me then.
Okay.
That's just me then. Hold on.
My group has. Sorry, my group has a slight encounter with the monster on the mountain last session. Where he be living? He be living on the top. Very, very far up. Where the mountain becomes a little bit something else. But
giant mouth, evil belly button.
Evil belly button. That's pretty good.
Nailed it.
All right. You guys are. Can anyone give a brief description of the characters in play? Beowulf doesn't really know his character since he's brand new and we're giving him a pre-made one. But Mizako and Cryptic Apathy, why don't you describe your characters?
Oh, right on. Okay, so I am Turunga of the Ravenous Scales. I'm a Dracul, meaning I'm a warrior cast lizard man. Basically, I can take elemental hits and deal them. I'm a gladiator, meaning I can use multiple weapons at once and actually use them well. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly the brightest bulb in the basket, or am I the most magical? But, I can take hits, I can deal them, I can eat your face.
I'm Takif. I'm a Raka made out of garnet. I'm built kind of like a football player, more or less, a little bit taller. I'm also the medic.
He is also the medic.
Yes, that is important.
Beowulf is a bard, so he can sing at people real good. Unfortunately, he's not a particularly trained bard right now.
I sing at people kind of good.
Yeah. But yeah. All right.
And I'm also a Dracul pureblood lizard man.
Oh, so to get into a bit of lore stuff, Dracul are lizards who at birth kind of have this strange connection with the Warrens that causes them to have like an intense and random series of visions that like plagues their mind plagues their mind often enough. And so they've developed a ritual called the Primordial Communion that's intended to rip out this connection to the Warrens and get rid of the visions, as well as enhancing their body and connecting them with a primal. Since he is a pureblood, that means he has chosen or has not yet gone through the ritual itself, the Primordial Communion, and still has some of these visions. He can attempt to actually take advantage of the visions he can potentially take advantage of the visions, sometimes at a bit of a cost, as it strains his mental state.
So this place really does smell like home for me then.
Yeah. It's true. You haven't severed your connection.
On my end of the spectrum, since I decided to rip it out, I got something called Ravenous Scales. What this does is that my scales are now tougher, stronger, and can absorb elemental energies, sort of.
Yeah, they're kind of a bit weird, honestly. They literally are hungry and will eat entirely the first source of elemental energy against them. However, it's only the first. Then they're fed and they're done.
So no, ladies and gentlemen, you'll not see me swimming in volcanoes as much as I want to.
All right. So now that you guys are down in the glass forest, you find yourselves in kind of a clearing within the glass forest. It's called the glass forest because the place actually glows with bioluminescent fluids that run through the trees, and mossy spores kind of float through the air. It's all very turquoisey. Oh, no problem, Pattern Seeker.
Oh, can you throw up like an image of what this place could probably look like? Like just a picture of the worms?
We actually do have a image for this, so hold on 1 second. Browse. Okay.
For those just joining us, you should probably know that the world we're in is basically goopy, alive, and so squishy.
Oh
And
God.
smelly.
I think I've covered the entire stream. This image is huge. But
Well, might as well see
Oh,
it.
I like that.
yeah.
It's
So-
pretty.
So this is the
Yep.
glass forest. It, like I said, it gives off spores as well as has this turquoisey fluid running through the trees. It seems to be almost a part of them themselves. Yes, I'm sure I want to remove image. All right. So the clearing you're in has a couple points of interest. The most obvious one is that there seems to be the sound of trickling water, like a river, coming from the right. And sure enough, as the guide had told you, there seems to be a trail of Rajani footprints going off to the right. However, that isn't the only thing here. Going off to the left is actually a series of broken trees that seem to have been smashed out of the way by some sort of massive creature. And ahead seems to be it seems to be an odd curtain of flowering roots known as Lord Root. Lord Root is actually everywhere in this world. It kind of grows all over the place. In fact, if I bring up this image again,
Can I check and see if it has any medicinal properties or anything like that?
it does. It very much does. So if you guys see on the image up there, there are like roots growing over that tree and everything. You guys see that?
Is it the green
Yeah.
things?
Oh, I get it. So it's like a weird mother tree with like a bunch of roots growing all over everything else.
Lord Tree roots do not come from a tree. They actually grow from underground. No one knows where the true source of it is. People suspect that it's like part of some sort of great upside down tree or something like that.
Creepy.
But which is why they're called Lord Tree roots, is because people think they come from the Grand Lord Tree. However, Lord Tree roots are overall a beneficial thing. They have very powerful regenerative properties, and if they are attached to a water source, that water source also bestows regenerative properties upon people who drink it. So people actually within the city actually recover. So you guys even recover at a much faster pace compared to a human without it. However, Lord Root also can heal incredibly quickly if you were to consume it. But that comes at a cost, as Lord Root is known to be incredibly addictive. And if you are unable to handle the withdrawal, then you should probably stay away.
I want to harvest some of this, like maybe like 2 pounds of it or something like that.
You can
I'm
harvest
just gonna-
as much as you want to, because
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm gonna cut off some of it, keep it in a glass bottle filled with water,
Mhm.
and just sort of like refill that bottle every now and then.
Sounds good. Also, as a final little note, if you ever run out of food, you can always instead eat Lord Root instead of starving. It just comes at the cost of you might get addicted.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Eating
heroin.
drugs. Always a good idea.
I'm gonna keep 2 pounds of it on me.
By the way,
Lord Root?
yeah. By the way, Beowulf,
Yeah.
if you could mark somewhere that you have 50 food on your character.
50 food. Do we think this drug improves the vocals at all?
Man, I'm not going to stop you. But anyway, what's very strange is Lord Root normally does not flower. You've never heard about flowering Lord Root before. And so when you see this in front of you, even Sid seems kind of off-put by it, and he wants nothing to do with it. He is averting his gaze.
I'm going to stare directly at it.
So as kind of a reminder, we have the trail of hunters going to the river to the right. We have the smashed trees going to the left. We have the flowering Lord Root ahead of us. And as a final thing, there seems to be in the center of the clearing a grave with what looks to be a flower kind of perched on top of it. Not a Lord Root flower, just a normal flower. Curiously, it has a single note that you'd have to go and pick up and read. But yeah, there's a grave. It looks fresh, like it was recently made.
And this is the same path that the people went up and didn't come back?
It actually looks like the trail does not connect to this grave. So it's likely not related.
I say we check out the grave.
Yeah, can we dig it up?
Not going to check the note first?
Let's read the note first.
All right.
Probably said you do, don't dig this grave up is probably what it says.
It just says, "I'm so sorry. I hope you can survive."
Foreshadowing.
That's foreshadowing.
Can my worms? Can they tell me anything about what's inside the grave?
Roll an influence check to see if you can call them.
No, for those of you who don't know, all over the place is these worm thingies called the wardens?
The custodians.
The custodians. Yes, they're basically magic talking worms that, you know what, the DM will explain.
Yeah, so they're not in all places, but they are in a lot of places. And they basically are this collective of worms that eats the memories and corpses of the dead. So they're kind of this hive mind that slowly collects the knowledge of the world.
And it appears Cryptic has rolled a 15.
Oh. 15? Okay. No, they don't seem to be around, or at least they're not responding.
Okay. I'm okay with digging it up, though. I want to see what happens.
All right. You dig it up, and you find a small box about the size to hold a small dog.
Open the box?
Okay, I'm going to let him open the box.
Well, before you do, as you approach, what's your awareness, Misako?
I have a 14 in awareness.
Okay. You notice that the box is actually bulging out from the inside with like cracked wood. It looks like, it was smashed against multiple times from inside the box.
I'm going to smell it really quick to see if something's alive in there.
All right, roll perception.
Wait, before he does, can I recommend you not do that in this area? Because the stench, it may make it worse on you. Like, you might get penalized.
Dude, I'm good.
Okay, good luck.
Give it a shot.
Okay, so roll 2d20s. Exploding!
Oh my god. Well, there we go.
Hallelujah. Okay, so that is a 24 plus my mind, which is 2, so that's a 26.
Well, congratulations. Wow. You're not affected by the stench. And you smell in there, and you definitely smell like the faint essence of something that used to be living in there, but it doesn't seem to be in there anymore.
Okay,
And-
box is clear, but something was in there.
Something broke out of there.
It doesn't look like the box actually, like, broke, as in the top of the box did not get busted through.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm not
Well-
opening it. What are y'all doing?
fine, bunch of pansies. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna get my hammer, and then I'm just gonna open the box.
All right.
Open the box.
It is nailed shut.
Oh. Well, fuck it. Let's just throw it in a pack and just go on our merry ways.
All right.
Okay.
You toss in your pack, and you notice that the box actually has no bottom to it. In fact, when you lift the box, you find a tunnel that goes further down into the ground.
Oh,
looks like
that doesn't look good.
Wait, how big is this box?
How big is this tunnel?
So the box, like I said, looks like it could hold a small dog. It would be a squeeze, but you guys could fit in it.
Ooh, let's go down the tunnel.
Oh yeah, no, sure. Go after what I'm assuming is either going to be a demonic mole or a demonic mole man.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Yeah, to be fair, the other choices was probably an evil flower or a gorilla. So yeah, let's go.
All right. So I need a party order of who's going first and last.
Feel
I
like
think
should go
just
first.
Wait up top
Tank
and listen
first.
to the screams.
Wait at the top and listen for screams.
Okay, whatever. Tank first. Let's go.
All right.
I'll go second to make sure I'm between everybody.
Okay.
I'll take
Fine.
up the rear.
Oh, so you are going in, Beowulf.
Yeah, I'll go in.
All
I'll go in.
right.
We'll all die together.
We all live together.
So the tunnel seems to go down for quite some time. So it's actually kind of good that Beowulf came along. In fact, you are traveling through it for a good half hour before realizing that this tunnel goes quite far. Just want to make a check that you're sure you guys want to continue going to wherever this tunnel goes.
Yes.
We're gonna get eaten by mole people. Let's go.
All right. You spend an exhausting time going through this tunnel for hours. Consume 10 food, as some of it even rots away.
Like 10. Okay, I have 100 pounds of food. Does that mean I'm down to 90 pounds?
Exactly.
All right,
Jesus.
so can I eat 5 food and 5 rocks?
You can eat 5 food and 5 rocks.
Oh, for those of you confused, Orokians are basically rock people. They can eat rocks. They can eat gemstones. They can eat the gemstones growing out of themselves, and it's a thing.
Well, they don't eat the gems growing out of themselves. Those are them. That's like
No,
eating your
they
finger.
sell it to other people.
That's a weird fetish.
We actually have on Roll20 here. We have some pictures of Araka. So like, this is an example of one of them.
So how many goes rotten for the foods?
10 includes the stuff that rots.
Yeah. So it could be anything from like we've eaten 8 pounds of food, but 2% rotted away. But you know.
Yeah. So being in Araka allows you to save 5 food, but some of it still rots away.
Okay.
That one moldy onion.
All right. So you guys pop out of the cave and find yourself in a large cavern, deep underground. There's a lot going on in here. However, the most pertinent thing is that there seems to be an Araka sitting in front of you. He's got his back turned to you, and he looks like he's kind of crying.
Oh,
I'll speak to him and say, what's going on, friend?
Oh, that tiny dog was actually a baby dead Araka. Okay.
Are you speaking to him in Arakan, since you can?
Yeah, that should comfort him more. I'll speak to him in Moroccan.
All right.
More context to the people at home. Arakans don't die.
Well, they can. in a sense. They reproduce through cloning, so they have clones within their chest that when they come of a certain age or when they die, they burst out and they retain some of the memories of their previous life. So there are entire villages that have memories of being the same person at one point in time.
So extra context, that baby we iced the first time around was one of those Arakan baby clones.
Yeah, so I have the mind of an adult.
I think it's just like a straight up 100% cloning on that one.
Anyway, so the Iraq is crying. He's like, "Oh, fellow Iraka, I'm so happy to see you. You got friends. Oh, you all got weapons. Well, I mean, I don't typically like your type, but I mean, I can make an exception. Uh, I'm having a bit of trouble. You see, a lot of things have been happening today. I've been coming out here, from my village, and I've been meeting this new little critter I found. We've been making great friends, and we've been playing and enjoying each other's company. And now it won't show up. It's gone away. I don't know where it's gone. And to make matters worse, the last time I came up here, something went wrong with this place. The tunnels that go down into my village. And he points over to like these vents that are kind of lightly shooting out steam with one particularly large vent covered in this stopped by this huge boulder. And he's like, that boulder wasn't there before. And the roof didn't collapse. I don't know why it's there. But it's too big for me. I can't push it. And so I can't get back to my village. I feel like I've lost a friend. I don't know what to do.
Oh, we can help you push it.
You do realize $10 says that thing is all those are probably related. But sure, yeah, let's push this thing.
So when you go over to the rock, it is massive. Like, we're talking pushing several cars massive. And
5 strength, let's go.
It doesn't look like pushing it just through raw strength would be enough to dislodge it.
Is there any way I could eat through it? Or me and the other Arakan?
You could try to eat it.
I was just gonna say, wait, I don't have enough brains for this, but wouldn't it be easy if we just use the lever or something?
Oh, like stick a little thing in there and lift it up?
Yeah,
let's try that first.
Got anything good for a lever?
Let's see. I have my great axe.
I have a maul. That's about all I could use as a lever.
Do we see anything we can use around us that we can do this with?
Wait, how is the boulder sitting on the vent? Is it sitting on, is the vent raised and it's on a pedestal, or is it just in there?
It seems to be kind of lodged in there.
Is there a way to dig around it?
Well,
tunnel under it?
It's made out the vents are made out of stone, not dirt. So it would be difficult. Your jaws are meant to chew through rock, but it's not like you chew through miles of rock in a day.
Right. It's like a beaver in a tree.
Does it look like if we started digging around it, it would just sink deeper?
Or would it just roll out because it no longer has supports?
Oh, I see. It looks like it would sink deeper. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to search the area around us to see if we find anything to make a fulcrum out of.
All right. Roll perception.
Perception.
Okay, might as well participate in this too.
Yeah, I mean, might as well everybody roll perception.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, jeez.
No, I got an 11. I'm good.
So,
one, not one.
Beowulf, you have 1 in perception?
I have a plus... Oh, 1d20, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Wait. But because of awareness thing, that means we tend to...
However, so normally how perception works is that you roll, and you have a stat called awareness, I think it's in the bottom left of the
Mhm.
first character sheet.
I have an 11.
That is the lowest you can roll on your awareness. However, if you roll a critical failure, which is when all of your dice show show 5 or below, which your roll of 2 definitely does, then you critically fail. On perception checks, it's not the worst, but it does mean that even your awareness can't save you, and you don't see anything.
I'm just staring at a wall.
Yeah.
Nope, he was trying to look and then faceplant.
um,
So I got a 14.
So you got a 14. Oh god, Cryptic Apathy got 21 though. So there are a couple things to notice in this tunnel. One is that up above to your right, to your right is a cave wall, and far up above, probably about like 70 feet, looks to be a cave entrance to somewhere, like further within the tunnels. Ahead of you looks to be just a massive black expanse that goes off into nothingness. And to the left appears to be the corpse of a giant worm that is half buried within the wall. It's actually got a massive wound, like a hole just straight in it, so you could climb inside if you wanted to. However, next to the worm seems to be rather large bones. And that's probably the closest thing to a fulcrum that you could use.
All right, so I'll grab. All three of us will try to grab the biggest bone we can carry
Let's
together.
go.
All right.
And use that.
All right. Everybody kind of sticks their bone underneath the rock, and everybody roll athletics.
Oh. Two d20s. 10 plus. I got a 15.
All right. You have +5 to your roll.
Yeah, my body is +5.
I got a 19.
I got 17.
17. All right. You guys are doing quite well. You definitely start to lift it a bit. However, you freak out as the rock begins to twitch and move.
Son of a...
And you think you see little insectoid legs kind of creeping out from underneath the rock.
Oh, it's a giant pill bug. Wait a minute. Hey, rockin' dude, is this your friend by any chance?
No, he was quite small.
Could he
about
turn
the
into
size-
a tiny rock ball?
No, he was about the size of a hound, and was vaguely worm-like in appearance.
So that was his friend that got the hole through him.
No, I'm pretty sure the friend turned into a big bug thingy, whatever the heck this is. What is this thing?
Is it moving still, or is it getting up to walk away, or what's it doing?
It seems to be stuck. It's trying to get itself out and can't.
All right. Can we
Okay,
dig
little
some
friend,
of
we're
it
gonna...
somewhere around him to help him out, and then still use the lever to help push him?
Yeah. So I'll just keep your guys' athletics rolls. You guys tug him out, and it tries to help out with its own little legs, and eventually kind of crawls out. You see, eventually over time, as you're pulling it out, the rock begins to open, just randomly placed eyes all over its body, and kind of like a diagonal mouth across the entire thing, as it just kind of
Is this thing
groans.
corrupted?
Sid just kind of laughs a bit as he's been following you guys, and he's just like, this place is weird, but in general, if you're seeing body parts where body parts shouldn't be, it's probably corrupted.
Wonderful. Do you know what the hell this thing is, then?
Looks like a rock that got corrupted.
Should we still help it out, or should we just sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah, let's help it out. No, wait. He's stuck. Let's kill it. Well, he's stuck. Well, he's stuck, so he can't fight back.
I mean, but at the same time, it's kind of. At the same time, are we sure this? Anybody knows what kind of animal this is?
We can find out if we kill it. Stick the body. It's easier to fight now.
Yeah, but that's also under the massive assumption this is a corruption thing and not just like a. Actually, wait, where are the eyes coming out of?
Various places all over its body, different shapes of irises and whatnot.
Okay, that's probably a. Yeah, no, this thing's probably corrupted AF.
All right, I'm gonna shoot an arrow into one of its eyes.
Oh God. Well, you don't even have to roll for anything. You just shoot it, and it screams out in pain.
Ah, this is messed up.
How many eyes does it have?
Easily a dozen.
Like, are we talking like insect eyes or just like straight up human eyeballs mixed in?
Human eyeballs mixed in.
Okay, now this thing is. And you said diagonal mouth?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by diagonal mouth? You mean like where its mouth
As
should
in
be, or a
almost
mouth
like
where it
a-
should definitely not be?
Almost like a diagonal streak across the rock that opens up and groans.
Oh God, this is gross. This is gross. This is gross. This is gross.
Can we
This is
take
gross.
one of the bones and start poking all of his other eyes out with it?
Oh, you could totally poke out all its other eyes.
Let's do that.
This is messed up.
uh,
Oh, this is messed up.
because it cannot fight back, you just systematically destroy each and every
God.
eye.
Cool.
It is
I know
screaming
this is our
in
job,
pain.
but this is really effed up. I was kind of hoping that we'd be fighting like a mutant bear or something, not murdering what appears to be a giant rock baby.
All right. So is this? You said its legs can be seen. Can we cut the legs off?
Yep, that
right.
could be done.
Let's do all that too. I don't have an axe or anything, but do I have anything sharpening I can use?
I guess you're just along for the ride, Beowulf.
I'm just watching this. It's all kind of caught me off guard. This like instant death after what I thought we were doing was saving the thing. And now,
Yeah, right.
like, torn
Well, it
limbs.
has a bad case of corruption. And oh, wait a minute. I just realized something messed up. What if that guy's little friend is actually this corrupted thing?
No, it's that worm that he went through. That had a big
Are you
hole in it.
sure? Hey, buddy, does that worm look like your friend?
Does that worm? Oh, you mean like the identity crisis worm?
Yes.
No. The one that. Oh,
He's just like, no, too small.
The worm in the wall is too small.
Oh, the worm in the wall. Oh, he's like, no, that's been here for ages.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to keep hacking him into pieces while he's stuck there, so he can't fight back.
God, this is fucked up.
All right. So all his legs are removed. Are you just going to the body at this point?
Yeah, we should be able to go through the eyeballs since they're the.
Okay, you know what?
soft
Now, at this point, this is animal cruelty. I'm just gonna figure out where the brain on this thing is and smack it.
All
I'm
right.
okay with that.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of grisly. I mean,
This is messed up. Okay, let's go find the
this
brain,
is-
smash it in, and wait. Wouldn't it have been easier for us to dig it out before we kill it?
No, you don't want to get out and fight us.
Yeah, but now it's just stuck in there.
well, eventually, after enough stabbing, it quiets, and it is definitely dead.
This is messed up.
Okay,
this is-
can I summon some of those worm things and help them inside the body to eat out the insides?
Roll influence.
I'm just gonna dig out its heart. I remember that creepy dude wanted the heart.
Sid looks to you with pride and says, "Didn't even have to tell you. Good job."
I'm still saying that this is super fucking gross, though.
So you dig around inside of it until eventually you find a small, blackened, crystallized chunk of something. Sid kind of lights up and he's like, "There you are, your first core. Take it." So write on your character sheet, or however you want to, that you have a cracked core.
Cracked core. Okay, and now because I feel like we should probably, I'm just gonna also take a chunk of flesh and hold on to that for maybe later.
Do the custodians come and let me help them get inside of it to eat them out?
Oh yeah, what'd you roll?
Bad idea. If this thing's corrupted, you don't want anything else eating it.
12. They come out and you can tell that they, in their wormy sort of way, try to sniff it. And they're just like, maybe after it's been dead a little longer.
Okay, no problem.
And so they wait about like 5 minutes, then go, okay, it's not conscious anymore.
Time out.
Mhm.
I checked the shell. How tough is this thing's shell, anyways?
Quite tough, like rock, I would say.
Well, that's why I want to eat out the insides, and then it'd be lighter, and it'd be able to collapse.
Mhm.
Make it hollow.
I'm taking this thing's shell.
All right, roll a survival check to gather parts from it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but what basically, look, if if I can make armor as tough as whatever the heck this thing is, hallelujah. And I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Haven't heard that phrase before. All right, so with that, you get 20 pieces of quote-unquote rock monster.
20 pieces of rock monster.
I'll get me some pieces too. I mean,
So you can take some of them that he managed to harvest.
okay.
Cool, I'll give you like half of it.
Each
Awesome.
one weighs a pound. So
I'll give it to you when we get back.
Sounds good.
rock
Thank you.
lobster.
All right, so is this thing a lot lighter now that the insides have been eaten out by the worms? And
So the worms take a bit, kind of digging in there, but eventually they leave it, and there's just kind of the harvested what bits of rocky shell are left, and the pathway's clear, as the Araka is overjoyed, and it's like, you cleared it out! I admit, that was freaking metal, but like...
I feel dirty.
but I thank you for clearing the way, nonetheless. I can show you the way to my village if you want.
Sure. Hey,
Yes, please,
by
lead
the
the way.
way, guy, corruption is like just any part of this thing, right?
So Sid kind of advises, saying like, you only have to worry about the corruption while something is conscious.
Right, so I can eat this thing?
Oh, you want to eat it? I think the custodians took care of most of the stuff you could actually eat.
Well, I'm not
the
going to eat the
crunchy
freaking
bits
core.
left.
I'm getting paid for that. Whatever. Just worry about it another time. Oh, God, this was really messed up, though.
All right. So you guys dive into the vent, and eventually, after a good while, so consume 10 more food.
oh, I want to eat half the rock monster, or half that from the rock monster.
Oh,
What the?
yeah, I'd say you can use bits of rock monster as food, like 1-to-1.
Okay.
Man, fine, here. Take like 5.
Oh, no, I'll just eat right off the body.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Straight from
Wait
the
a
source.
minute. So we won't get mutated if we accidentally eat this thing's flesh, right?
No, the corruption already left. It's dead.
Yeah, well then, never mind.
All right, so do I consume any food at all, or just?
You don't consume any food.
Okay, I'm still.
All right. And at the end of the trail, you guys find yourselves within an abandoned village, deep underneath the ground.
Oh, that's not good.
The Araka kind of looks around and is very confused. He's just like, I don't understand. This place is lively. Normally,
I do a
there's a village here.
Yeah, it looks like your friends and family decided to, GTFO because of reasons. Let's try to figure out what the reasons was.
Everyone roll a perception check.
Whoa. Nat
I
20.
got a 16.
Hey.
So 1d6 on top of that.
Mhm.
25.
Oh, you get to roll again. Because you got a 5.
Oh, another one? Okay.
Yeah, if you get a 5 on an exploding die, you get to re-roll until you don't get a 5. So,
Wow.
okay, you can keep going.
31.
Yeah, you're good.
I
Jesus.
see
Oh my God.
everything.
You see everything.
I know.
I finally
all.
turned away from the
I
wall.
see all.
You've turned away from the wall.
I smell all.
You've got special eyes. But
Special glowy eyes.
all right. So with that, oh my lord, you smell the faint odor of corpses.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
It smells like death down here.
That is never a good sign.
You also notice a strange worm-like trail that has slithered through the village.
How big is
In
the trail?
particular
That's
direction?
not good.
It is going in a direction, yeah, like farther than you can see.
How big is this trail? Like,
It looks like the size of a large dog.
Yeah.
okay, so it's
Oh
pet.
no.
So similar to the tunnel we climbed down, that size trail, but maybe a little bit bigger. Okay.
Rockman, I'm pretty sure we found where your friend is.
And he looks down and is like, "Oh, he must have come through the village, I guess."
Yeah, let's go with that. I take a couple steps back, get my battle axe ready just in case. Okay, guys, let's go.
All right. Further entering the village, Beowulf, with his amazing perception, manages to hear the desperate panting of what he believes that not with that high of a roll. The desperate panting of an Araka from around the corner.
There's desperate panting close. I'm gonna get ready my maul just in case.
Yeah, I will say with that 31, it doesn't seem to be like scared panting. If anything, it's like got a bit of frenzy to it, you know.
Oh no.
I'm gonna draw my crossbow just
no.
in case.
Yeah. Angry Araka, ready your weapons.
All right.
I don't think it's an angry Raka, but whatever the heck it is, it's not good.
Okay, so how do you guys peer around the corner? Is there like a party order to this or anything? So I'm gonna actually
Hold up.
draw. Oh my god.
If this thing is actually as cranky as I think it is there a rock on the ground?
Is there a rock on the ground?
Is there like a pebble or something? Like something I can throw.
Oh yeah, totally.
Cool. I'm just gonna pick it up and throw it around the corner in vision of where we can see. You know what I mean, right?
So I've got a thing set up on Roll20 right now.
Okay. I can just.
And
look
so you're around the corner, and you hear a panting coming from I swear there was a way I could do a ping or something on this.
You hold down.
Oh, so over here, you start to hear something. I'm going to expand the thing a bit on here.
Oh, we don't have control of our characters either.
Don't have control of your characters?
No, I can't move it.
Wow. I
If
don't
you
know how to do.
double click our icons, it brings up a special little menu, and then select controlled by and select the player.
Double click your icons?
Our little hero icons, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So controlled by. Okay, so that one is controlled by Apathy. Save changes. That one is controlled by Michael H, aka Misako.
Yep.
And then that one.
Keep in mind, ladies and gents, this is like the third time of us doing this, so we're not exactly 100% sure how everything works.
Yeah, I've also never really done Roll20 before. I usually play in person. Oh, you rotated yourself. Beautiful. If you guys know how to rotate yourselves, that's perfect, because facing matters in this game. And I'm going to say that where your head is pointing, like the red brush end of the lizard head, is where you're facing forward. So.
Oh, that is important. Okay.
You just need to know where your forward part is.
Right. Okay, so with that in mind, So where's the noise coming from?
So the noise is coming from here.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up a rock and throw it here.
All right. I'm gonna roll something. All right. Sure enough, a crazed-looking Araka, who I am just going to use Mep's icon for this. By the way, how do you rotate these guys? Oh, I might have figured it out. No, I didn't figure it out. How do you rotate
Okay,
these guys?
There's a
just
little
click the
square.
icon, and there's like this little thingy above him.
Oh, hey, there we go. So he has rushed over to the rock.
Okay then. Is this the kind of thing that we should probably tie up and interrogate or murder?
Well, let's see. We murdered a helpless boulder man. This guy looks much angrier.
I'm gonna yell at him in a rock, asking what's going on.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna get my hammer.
So he turns around. Whoa. Oh God. I don't understand. It's having
What
this
is
it's having this extra stuff pop up, and it's blocking my rotation thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, since you're the DM, you get to like slap on other things.
Oh. God. Come on.
Okay.
It's always covering it up, no matter what I do, and it's horrible. Can I like not have this show up? Because that'd be cool.
It's possible. It's possible.
I'm gonna click
Okay.
you. Click you. Oh. Oh my God. Anyway, well, he's just going to be facing. He faces towards you. Oh, what the heck? Not gonna do it. He faces towards you, and he's like, "What do you want from me?" As he is raising a bloody knife.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna tell him to put down the knife and stand still.
Down the knife, man.
My
Roll
bow's
it.
gonna be pointed at him.
Roll influence.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Wait, should we have the bard roll influence?
I don't speak that language, I don't think.
No, everyone speak. Okay. Minor pause so I can explain this part. Weird thing about this world is that everyone technically speaks the same language thanks to something called the God's tongue. There's no written form of this. It's just everybody understands everybody.
Well, humans understand each other.
Humans being a very nebulous term here.
He was just speaking Arakan because speaking your home language, usually makes people react better to you.
Right.
So, just start screaming at it in God tongue to calm the hell down. Otherwise, he's just going to get a rock hammer to the face.
Because
I rolled a 6.
Yeah,
I
I'm
rolled a
gonna be like,
6.
I'm gonna be like, be cool, man. Be cool. Come on.
Yeah.
Do
Going
you only
on
have 2 dice in influence?
That was
Yeah.
a pretty... What the...
Oh wow, you're a weird bard.
I'm not a bard. I'm
Wow.
a priest.
Oh,
I'm the medic.
Oh, okay, Beowulf.
Well,
Beowulf. You're the bard. Please roll.
He has more influence than I do.
really?
I have 1 dice plus 2.
Oh wow, you are a weird bard.
Okay, fine. I'll try rolling. I only have the 1 die.
Couldn't do any worse.
I somehow did better than all of you. How?
All right. He pauses for a second as you realize that blood and bits of rocky meat are dripping from his mouth.
Okay. What happened? Why are you freaking out? And put down the knife.
I wonder if do the bloody bits look like villagers?
They look like chunks of rock people.
Yep.
Did you start eating people?
It wasn't my fault. They forced me to do it.
Who's they?
Hey, like you're all forcing me to do everything.
Uh-oh, he's crazy.
What are they forcing you to do?
Roll influence. He's obviously looking like on the verge of snapping more than he already has. 11. Oh man.
I got a 14. I got a 15. I got a dirty 15.
And he's just like, all of them. All of the other people in this village. Every single one.
Oh, he's probably corrupted. Let's kill his ass.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, what do you mean every single... Why did they tell you to eat them?
So Sid, like, comes over. I'm not going to have an icon for him. And he kind of, like, taps you on the back. And he's just like, remember, there are usually 2 ways to deal with a corrupted person unless you find out some other way. And that is, you can either kill him or you can sedate him. That's your choice.
Okay.
I'm okay with killing him.
Okay, it's time for some good old... You do realize he's probably just going to pop into another murderous clone, right?
Yeah, we kill the clone too. When it comes out. Wait, will the clone be corrupted, or would that be separate?
Unclear.
Okay, so we're gonna kill him and see what happens with the clone.
I'm just going to smack him upside the head. Okay, well, he's all calm. Well, he's, basically freaking out and just like, I'm telling him to calm down, calm down. I'm going to smack him across the face with my tail.
All right. So you rush up to him.
Terminate!
And smack him in the face. Roll offense.
Okay, that is... freaking... Right. Hold up, I need to pull up this part of this sheet again, because I don't think I wrote down the tail, unfortunately.
Oh, that's awkward.
Could you remind the people I look up for this how offense works exactly?
So it's basically just another skill. So you have a number of dice in it, and you roll to see if you hit. The opposing person has evasion, that if you manage to hit, you hit them. They also have deflection, which is a stat above evasion, which for every point you roll above their deflection, you deal 1 bonus damage. So if you roll particularly accurately, you can like smack them with a bunch of extra bonus damage that might like lop off a limb or something.
Okay, so I will now be attacking with my tail. So
All right.
This is what do I roll? Okay. So basically, I have an offense skill of 3 d20s. Soup. 14.
14.
Plus my dexterity modifier, which is 5. So that is 19 to the face.
19. You very much hit him. You get 5 bonus damage, and roll your damage.
Cool. Okay, so that would be 2 plus 3d6. Okay, so I'm just going to roll the dice first. So that's 12, 14... 14 plus 10 plus 5. That is 29, and you said I get additional plus 5 damage?
Oh my god, yeah.
That's 34 bludgeoning damage.
Well, he's got 10 resistance, but even still, 24 bludgeoning damage is enough to completely crush in his skull.
Can I pull back to just knock him the fuck out? You know what? Now,
I think you'd have to like say that beforehand.
Okay, my bad. Well, his skull is now impacted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to run up while he's doing that and see if I can grab the kid that's going to pop out of him.
Oh god. All right.
This is messed up. Okay, that one we'll throw in a sack and just bring back.
So death and childbirth all at the same time.
You rush over to him, and sure enough, bursting out of his chest is a small Arakan child.
Can I grab hold of him?
Yeah,
Please.
you can grab him.
All right, I'm going to grab him, and I have rope. No, I don't. I thought I had rope.
I think I rope.
He's just like, oh god, I'm okay, I'm okay. Oh jeez.
Okay, fine. Small child, explain.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what came over me. The village, everyone started getting really paranoid and attacking each other. And, I've done such horrible things. I've done such horrible things.
Oh yeah, no, make it talk like me.
Yeah.
Okay, did y'all eat something? Was there a weird smell? Did something show up and all of a sudden everyone started, hey, stabbing party's a good idea?
The only weird thing was like a little critter that wandered through. I think I that's the only thing that comes to mind. Otherwise, old Farmer Jenkins started acting all crazy and
say,
pointing
little
fingers
critter?
at everybody. And eventually, everybody started suspecting everybody, and it just devolved. It devolved into a bloodbath, and I'm no innocent either.
Yeah, it's fine. Technically speaking, I'm pretty sure you're like the offspring or look, I don't know. Dude, what the heck is up with that worm? What the hell was that thing?
I don't know.
I look at the other guy. You better start talking.
And he's just like, it was just a friend. I don't know. It had a head that looked somewhat like a skull, and a small little bladed tail. But I don't know. It was a worm. I don't know what else to tell you.
Did that sound like the thing that just showed up?
And the guy's just like, yeah, that rings a bell.
Did you see where it go?
Oh well, I think it went somewhere over that way. It has quite a big trail.
Big
Still
trail?
the same trail that we saw when we came in.
The thing is, though, is that a lot of time has passed since then, and
How long has it been?
well, it's been weeks, and
Oh.
and actually, well, you see, we've been having during all of this, one of the reasons that we were getting paranoid, or at least making things worse than it currently was, is that people were getting carried off in the middle of the night. And, well, I wouldn't be too surprised if you're saying that this thing started whatever it was, that maybe it's causing whatever caused that. Maybe some of us are still alive.
Oh, joy. Looks like this hunting mission just became a rescue mission.
So no one saw what was carrying people off in this place.
Well, I didn't see him, and that's your problem.
Was anyone else still alive and possibly murder hobo-y, or you were like the only one left?
I'm the only one left.
Oh, great. Oh, wait, no, wonderful. Well, sorry, buddy, but, I think you just volunteered to be bait.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh my lord.
Well, it's either you or the other wormy guy, and I don't think the wormy guy's done anything to piss us off yet.
Just like, nah, I'm chill.
Do we have rope to tie him up with?
We're not
I-
tying him up with rope. What's with you in the rope tying?
I have a sedative. We can put him to sleep.
Okay, don't do that. What we're gonna do is simple. We're gonna wait till nightfall. We're gonna have him just walking around, and then we're just gonna jump whatever the heck is gonna try and take him.
Yeah, what's gonna stop him from running off?
Question.
Is this why you want the rope?
Yes, I want to tie him to something.
Well, okay, it's either that or one of us is bait.
So tie him up and tie him to you know what? Tie him to his other dead body. Then we can't run away.
That is messed up. Hold up. Did this thing that showed up also take the corpses of the previous guys, or just the living people?
Just living ones.
That's fine though. We can tie him to the dead one. That way, weigh him down. He can't go anywhere.
That or we can have Bernie's this shit.
So are we gonna tie him to him or what?
Okay. Okay, do you trust us at all?
I
Who are you
mean,
talking to?
I mean, like, I've never met you before, but you didn't immediately kill me as soon as I popped out, so I appreciate that, I guess.
Okay, let me put it this way. Do you want to have a chance of rescuing the villagers and possibly considered a partial hero in all this?
Yes, I'd like my friends to be rescued.
Cool. Do you think you could either A, give us an idea of which way it could have gone, or B, be willing to act as temporary bait as we deal with the problem? Because if it's what he describes, it just sounds like he's just bringing you back alive to wherever.
I have to atone for my sins, so I'm willing to be bait.
Okay, you love a little martyr. We don't need the rope.
That was
You
a good
can trust
choice.
us. No harm will come to you.
How How the hell am I? I have literally a 1 die in influence. Why am I doing this?
Oh my god. So
Oh god, no.
so he's like, yeah, I think if you follow that trail, it likely leads deeper into the god.
The god.
Yes, our village is inside of a god. Didn't you enter the vents?
Which god?
Well, we don't really have. Well, he doesn't really have a name that he calls himself. I'll be honest, we're more of a parasitic relationship.
No, that's fine. Oh, pause for the people at home who don't know what the heck we're talking about. Gods in here are real, but they're not like ethereal beings on another plane. No, they're giant fleshy monstrosities.
Basically, God is a term used for something large / powerful enough to be able to protect a village from the wilds of the Warrens. So theoretically, a god could even be just a really powerful hero, but that doesn't happen too often. So it's usually just some
Beowulf.
big creature. Yeah,
Yeah.
Beowulf. Yeah.
Hercules.
But in our case, it could be anything from a giant turtle to a giant, I don't know, centipede. Cockatoo.
You definitely seem to be inside like some sort of giant rock thing at the very least.
Wonderful. Let's go hunting.
All right. So one of you will have to be the tracker who tracks the trail. Who would you wish that to be? It's a survival check.
Is that survival? Let's see. Might be good at that.
I
The
probably
guide?
could do that. I got 3 in survival plus 2.
Oh yeah, I got 2 plus 0.
Oh.
I
Oh,
got
that's right. You're the
two-
medic, so you didn't
I
survive.
got 2 survival plus 2 to mind.
Um,
I got an 18.
idea of gods and Princess Mononoke. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, I guess I'm rolling survival. Screw it. I got a 16 plus 2, so yeah, 18.
Are we all rolling it, or we just need one?
No. So only one person does the tracking check. They are the
okay,
tracker.
So cryptic. We go off of cryptic then. He got an 18.
18. All right. You do a pretty good job. So you only lose 5 food.
Oh, you think around here I can eat instead of losing the rations?
You lose 3 food instead because of your.
Okay.
Yeah. You could eat Lord Root. Always could eat Lord Root.
No, do not eat it.
I'm good.
No, do not eat the freaking Nico
I'm thinking
marijuana.
it might actually make me a bard if I try it. I don't know. I'm tempted.
All right, I got 57 rations.
All right. You guys start entering these tunnels and manage to follow the trail through winding passages and whatnot without getting lost. But eventually, there's a bunch of like mushrooms growing out of the ground and whatnot, like strange little glowing mushrooms. And you notice as you're continuing that you start to hear like the sound of flowing liquid coming through all of the walls, and you're not like it's like behind the walls, behind the roof, behind the floor. Is there anything you'd like to do before continuing on, or just like
Yeah.
I'd take a massive whiff.
roll perception?
Look, man, I have the ability to sniff out better than a bloodhound. I might as well abuse that.
That's true.
And I got a 14.
A 14. You smell rock and mushroom.
What are the mushrooms made out of? Or like, well, made out of? But like, they have any pop properties of them that we know about, or that I would know about as a medic?
Roll knowledge.
Knowledge. Okay.
So I have a handful of things under knowledge. Are those just languages? Because I see God's tongue there.
They are
Drakenol and Ulman.
they are
Those are
just
languages.
languages for now.
Okay.
Oh, you speak
Wonderful.
Ulman. That means you can speak to the custodians as well, as that's their language.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Anyways,
There we go. I got a 15.
All right. So with a 15 in knowledge, you haven't seen these mushrooms before. They the thing that just catches your eye is that their roots seem to dig quite deep into the ground, and they're so bioluminescent that you feel like there should be a source of nutrients that causes that. And these rocks don't look particularly nutritious, so you're not sure quite how that happens.
Or how big are they?
Very small, relatively normal-sized mushrooms, actually.
Okay. So let me grab like 10 of those and just keep them with me.
All right. You didn't even have to mark weight. They are practically weightless.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing because I'm getting low on food and I might get desperate.
I
what do you-
have over
what do we call these
75
things?
pounds of food, and the worst case scenario is that we just go hunting.
Just call them glowing mushrooms.
Okay.
Glowing fungus. Ah, yes, that's always safe. Eat the glowing fungus.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted with mushrooms.
All right.
Well then,
Continue on down the path.
Okay. As you continue, the sound of the liquid gets louder and louder as the rock starts to change from normal rock into a surprisingly luminescent jade, and like not necessarily actual jade, but like crystalline. It's this deep green crystal kind of look. Until eventually you get far enough in the tunnel where it opens up into a wide expanse where you can actually see that the walls, roof, and floor start all becoming the jade crystal, and it's transparent. And what do you know? It is actually the exact picture that we have on our stream. Oh my god. So if I hid all of us for a second.
yeah,
Can I
well,
eat some
this
of those
is
rocks to see what happens?
Say what?
I want to eat some of the rocks to see what happens.
Tastes all right.
Do I get any benefits from it, or just?
It's just food. Counts as rock.
You know
Like I
what,
said-
aesthetics boy? I'm just gonna take some of this jade and probably make a weapon out of this or something. I don't know. Also, one underneath a lake or something. That's not a good sign.
And yeah, you find the source of the rushing liquid as green liquid flows behind the jade. Eventually, you actually hear a dripping sound coming from the roof as there's a crack within the jade as liquid pours through, drips onto the ground, and solidifies into the same jade crystal before finally sealing the hole back up.
Okay, so not drinking that.
However,
I'm gonna take some crystal, though. I might use this for a thing. I don't know what.
sure. How many pounds of crystal do you want to take?
I will take 10.
All right, sounds good.
Thank God for super strength. Anyways,
So it is super convenient that our background is where everyone is right now.
amen.
But anyway, so as you're continuing down this tunnel, everybody roll a perception check.
Okay.
Dice don't fail me now.
Oh, great. I'm staring at a wall again.
Oh my god.
2 20s.
I'm either amazing at it or horrible at it.
Okay, I think I got a 14. Nope. Okay, Cryptic saved us.
Yep. So you notice some of the mushrooms seem to be growing tiny little eyes.
Oh, there's corruption in the hood. That means there's a beast nearby.
Ooh. Can I pick one of the mushrooms with the eyes?
Yeah.
Or a few of them.
Go for it.
All right. Let me get 10 more of them. The eye mushrooms.
All right. Write
Why,
down little eye
though?
mushrooms.
But why, though?
I can make potions with them, maybe.
Oh, yeah, sure. Make delicious corrupted shroom juice. What's the worst that could happen?
I can think of a few things.
Exactly. Anyways, so let's go. Let's go follow the corrupted trail and go find us a beast.
Eventually, you notice strange little trilobite-like insects floating around in the liquid around you, almost making this kind of look like an aquarium that you're kind of walking through. And one of them kind of like attaches to the wall and does a little fiddly with its antenna. However, each of you roll a single d20.
That is ominous.
How big are these trilobites?
Not good.
I'm gonna say like twice as big as my big head.
Oh no.
Okay, so I couldn't. Okay.
And they're
Well, we
also
can-
on the outside, so like I don't know if you
Don't
want to
try and
smack 'em.
harvest one.
I was thinking more or less like if they're like little bee trilobites, I can like stick them in a jar and use them for stuff.
Well,
Like,
well,
Scary
I want to
fish.
become an alchemist or something like that and make
Yeah,
potions.
that'd be cool.
So that's my goal is to start gathering herbs and ichor and stuff.
we could become a flesh smith.
And I don't want to do that. It's my worm food for the custodians.
All right. So, who rolled the lowest?
That'd be me.
Mizako. You don't see a trilobite attaching to the wall. You see what looks to be Inaraka drowning within the fluid, banging his arm against the wall.
Huh?
Either I'm going crazy or that looks like a tiny Arakan drowning.
Oh, it looks like a full-sized Arakan. Like,
I think you're going crazy. It's a bug thing.
You sure?
I mean, did you eat any of the mushrooms?
I did not. Unless, of course, whatever the heck we just tracked turned the Arakans into trilobites. Okay, now let's move on before I go crazier.
aerially mapping part of the trilobite wilderness. So eventually, you're actually roll influence.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Bob's your uncle. I only have the 1d20.
Oh.
Oh, thank God!
Wow.
Oh.
I don't know if this is
Okay,
good.
no, just a 20. Just a...
Straight
No,
20.
wait, hold up. That is technically 22.
22. So with that, jeez. Wow. Yeah.
Is this a good thing or a bad
the
thing?
Araka fades back to a little trilobite sitting on the wall. As you feel like a vague sense of like antagonistic emotion towards you, like you feel something hateful towards you slowly slip out of your thoughts, like something was lurking within your mind and it slowly faded away.
Guys, I think something's here and it's trying to mess with my brain. Or our brains. I think it's that weird worm dog thing.
Roll perception.
For everybody or just him?
Just him.
Do we see anything or anything like that with our 19 and 14?
Oh, thank God. Okay, so that is 18 plus my... That's a dirty 20.
Wow. You actually don't sense it like from a particular location. It seems like it originated from like this whole place, like the whole area had caused that to happen to you.
This is a bad place. Let's keep moving.
As you continue, the mushrooms seem to get worse and worse in appearance until eventually you find one rather large mushroom sitting in the middle of your way. But this mushroom is special. It seems to have a giant blackened sword, like a great sword, stuck within its cap.
That is cool. Okay, so 50-50 shot. We either pull this thing out or I just smash it in with a hammer. What do you guys think?
Pull it out. Might be useful.
Okay. I basically ninja crawl my way up to this thing and grab the sword.
All right. Roll athletics as you try to pull the sword of the mushroom stone.
The sword and the shroom.
Ah, yes, I shall become the king of mush stone. I don't know, some... Oh, 20. That's a 20.
Oh, jeez.
That's,
Jeez!
Okay, so 26 plus my crazy athletics of 5. That's a 31.
Oh, well, normally... So,
Second,
you
31
give
roll.
it an incredible tug because I will straight up say this thing was actually being held in place because these mushrooms, they survive by drinking from the liquid around them. And the liquid solidifies into jade. And so it actually... it was frozen within that mushroom as liquid jade. It solidified around it. But
Cool.
it didn't even freaking matter for you. Wow, okay. Congratulations. You see one of the roots reach up, and it's actually in the shape of a hand, like
Jesus.
about to grasp your hand. But when you rip out the sword, it rips out all of its internal organs, which shouldn't be in a mushroom, but nonetheless is.
Creepy.
And the mushroom is dead. You have avoided a combat.
Yay! You killed it.
I am Conan.
Let me just say, you're normally supposed to have a full-on fight here. Like,
But a 31 in strength.
I've even got like the freaking icon for it already and everything.
Oh, just throw it up there because I want to see what this thing looks like.
Well, it looks kind of weird, but
Wait, does this thing count as corrupted beast?
it is definitely corrupted.
Looks like the thing we had in the hole earlier with all the eyes and
hold
stuff.
up. I'm going to use my... Okay, I'm just going to keep the sword because this is awesome. And I'm going to go looking for that heart.
By the way, that sword is actually a relic, which means that if you decide to not keep it for yourself and bring it back to the library, back at the Hunter Society, you can bring it to the librarian, and he might be able to he might be able to tell you a new use for it rather than just a greatsword, like maybe use
Hell
its
yeah,
material
let's do
into
that
something
later.
else.
But for
Yeah.
now, it's my greatsword. I'm calling it Mushy.
Mushy.
I don't know. The Shrooma Boomer.
Oh man. I'm almost disappointed, I'll be honest. I kind of wanted to do a combat tonight. All right.
Blackened greatsword.
Instead you talk down the corrupted Araka and shoot it in the face before it has a chance. And then you rip the freaking mushroom sword right out of its body.
What was going to happen if I didn't pull it out in time?
Then it would grab you, spew jade fluid all over you to freeze you in place, pull out the greatsword for itself as it turns the jade back into liquid, and start hacking at you with the sword.
Wait, but I had Ravenous Scales.
It's not an elemental attack, it's just freezing liquid jade all over you.
Dang.
But we avoided all this, right?
Yep, you avoided it.
Well, it's my sword now, and someone dig out that thing's heart.
All right. Who wants to do it?
I'll get the heart.
All right. You get another cracked core.
I get one. Oh, did everybody get one last time? The cracked core, or is it just?
Yeah. I got one last time from the rock thing we killed, so this is the second cracked core. Hello?
Sorry, I was checking some messages.
Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, okay, so we have 2 cracked cores, and I basically just ripped a mushroom's organs out. Ugh.
Through its head.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on then. That was
Okay.
gross.
All right, roll another survival tracking check. Cryptic apathy.
Survival tracking. Okay. Roll through it.
So we got a 19, huh?
Yep.
All right. Pretty good. The tunnels get quite windy at this point, but you managed to stave off most of the troubles. So everybody consume 10 food. Once again, Cryptic Apathy 5.
Okay, let's find this thing quickly because I'm starting to run low on food. Well, I had 65 food, but still.
However, you do come to a bit of a snag. The trail seems to go up a wall and disappear. And there are two paths in front of you. And you're unsure which one it went down. What do you do?
Can I talk to the custodians and see if they'll tell me which way?
The custodians are definitely not around here since it is inside a god.
Oh, okay.
I'll just, you know what? Follow my nose.
We'll
That
follow
is a
his nose.
15.
15. You sniff around. You don't notice anything from your scent.
I say we just flip a coin and just go with it.
I'm good with that.
It's either that or we divide and conquer, and well, that usually tends to end badly.
All
Let's
right.
go left. That's always a good answer.
I thought right was always right. That was the saying.
Left is always right.
Okay, whatever. Let's go. Let's try not to die.
All right. Roll another survival tracking check.
Cryptic. Yeah. Okay, so that's 17.
17. That was the wrong direction. And congratulations, you rolled well enough where you only consume 5 food before returning back to the same place.
Okay. Yep. No.
So I consume 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go right.
Just so you guys know, there were trails of mushrooms down each one, and this one had mushrooms that were growing eyes.
Oh, that probably would have been.
You probably should have checked around first before you picked
Yeah. No, that's hindsight 2020.
All right. Eventually, you come out into a large opening where the cavern is still made out of jade. However, it dips down into a very deep chasm. You find the trail again. However, the trail seems to lead across the chasm to a place 50 feet across. So 50 feet across this chasm, the jade comes back up. There's another jade wall that goes up and goes into another tunnel. So to be clear, there's a big old pit, 50-foot wide pit, and yeah, you do not know how to cross necessarily.
Any type of ledge?
Any type of ledge?
Yeah, like around the pit at all?
So the jade on both sides just goes straight down. And there's like the liquid flowing under is like flowing like a waterfall down both sides.
Okay.
How throw a rock down there to see how
underneath
deep it is?
Yeah, throw a rock.
Okay. Or something.
And then roll a perception check when you do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
I can't perceive anything.
You hit yourself in the head. Deal 1 willpower damage.
I'm gonna. Okay, so we're basically staring down a massive chasm, and we have no idea how to get down there.
What does the ceiling? Is there a ceiling in this room?
The ceiling definitely seems to climb upward and upward. You cannot see the ceiling.
When we do damage, do we start from the bottom up, or do we start from like?
You can do whatever you want. There's no like.
Oh, no matter. Okay.
Just willpower.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Can we throw a torch down there?
You could throw a torch down there. You could also attempt to throw another rock down there.
I'll do the rock throwing.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
We'll do a torch if you got one that we can see.
Wait, I have dark vision.
Oh.
Well, I have night vision.
It allows you to see farther in the dark.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw down a rock. So that's perception.
Yeah, roll a perception check as you drop it. Oh my god, you hit yourself in the head. Deal 1 willpower damage.
This is humiliating.
I will take a torch and I will light a
No,
torch.
no.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No.
Just-
There's something there. That's not a chasm.
No. I just mean you guys are idiots, and when you try to drop this rock and see where it goes, you instead accidentally throw it against your head.
Oh, I thought we were like banging against something when we tried to
No,
throw it
both of you
Sid.
critically failed each time.
Sid, could you just throw a rock down there for us?
He's like, sure thing, but you still have to look to see where it goes. I'm not telling
Yeah,
you nothing.
That's okay. Fine.
So somebody roll a perception check and hopefully don't kill themselves doing it.
There you go.
There
Okay,
you
Beowulf
go.
Did it. Okay.
All right. So Beowulf, you look down there and you notice that as the rock continues to fall, it actually begins to slow its descent until eventually it's just bobbing in the air, up and down. But also, you notice within this pit is a series of floating jellyfish that, like glowing blue, that seem to be floating upwards out of the pit.
That's either
How large are they? The jellyfish?
They aren't too large, probably about like the size of 2 fists together, but there are many, many of them.
that's either water or. Wait, isn't there a thing about jellyfish being electrified or something?
Oh, like stingers or something?
Yeah.
Believe it or not all jellyfish sting, but it is common.
Did I hear a water noise when it stopped, or did it just
No,
stop?
it's just bobbing in the air down there
So
as
it's just
jellyfish continue
suspended.
to float upwards.
Well, we can try and jump down there.
By the way, these jellyfish seem to be inflated like balloons.
Oh wait, 30. Damn it. Never mind. I'll see if I can tie a rope to an arrow and shoot it across, but I can only shoot 30 feet, not 50.
All right. Oh, you only have 30 feet of rope.
No, I can only shoot. My distance is 30 feet for the arrows to travel.
Okay. Well, there's actually a special thing you can do for that. All ranged weapons can fire 3 times their normal distance, but it comes at a penalty. You lose some dice. So if you take away a die, then you can shoot 3 times your normal range.
But does the path continue on across the pit, or is it just a pit and that's it?
The path continues on across the pit.
Okay.
Do you want to try the rope trick or jump down?
We can try it. I don't know. We'll let someone else test it, maybe.
Okay. Do I need somebody's rope then? I need at least 50 feet of it.
I don't have a rope.
Zaku?
Okay, let's do this.
Do you have rope?
I should. It does not mention I have rope on here.
So you don't have rope.
So nobody has rope. I thought we had ropes for
Okay,
some
you know
reason.
what? I'm just gonna climb down and see if I start floating.
All right. As you kind of move yourself over the edge and start climbing down, you notice that you feel warm air pressing against you coming from down below.
I'm just going to jump in and see what happens.
This
All right.
heated vent, are you crazy?
You jump in. After falling about 100 feet, the hot air gets stronger and stronger until eventually you find yourself just bobbing in the air as the pressure of the air is keeping you floating.
I yell
Nice.
down there. You see anything? Any rooms? Any
He
waves?
appears to be floating, sir.
The chasm just goes further and further down. The side that goes back up to where you guys are has a bunch of handholds, and you can easily climb back up. However, the side that has that is the side that you want to go to is very smooth and doesn't look like it can be easily climbed up.
Oh, I have dumb idea.
Can we jump on the jellyfish and have them like be steps for us?
It doesn't look like a single jellyfish could carry your weight.
What about several tied to our bodies like balloons?
We have no rope.
I mean, they have tentacles.
Oh my.
Oh, okay. Can we do that?
Yeah, you can try a crafting check. Gather a bunch of jellyfish and strap them to your body.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sure. Fucking do it, Superman.
8.
I'm gonna go do it. Okay, I'm gonna go do it. What is this? Athletics?
Crafting.
Crafting. I mean,
Crafting.
try it
Ooh.
long enough and you'll eventually be able to do it, but you know.
13.
13. All right. You strap a bunch of jellyfish to you, and after a while, you start to notice you're feeling lighter and lighter until eventually, with enough jellyfish, you are floating through the air.
This is really weird, and I feel like we owe these jellyfish food or something afterwards. Drinks.
So do we all get to do this, or is he tying it for us?
Yeah, you guys don't need to roll. You can just eventually figure it all out and get everyone with jellyfish.
Okay.
So you float
Making my
across,
way downtown.
and you've made it to the other side. And when you do, you hear a voice calling from up above, as there's a ledge about 50 feet up that an Araka seems to be stuck on. And he's like, "Hello there! You guys there? Can you help? I really need some
So what
help.
can I do for you?
Well, I need to get down. I got
You need to get
placed
down?
up here."
Okay, Superman. Okay, let's do this.
Wait, why do you need to get down instead of up?
Well, I'm up on this ledge 50 feet above you. Well, actually, being across the chasm and being brought back home would be even greater, but, like, you know, I'll take what I can get.
So jump if you want to get down.
Just jump.
50 feet? I'll break my legs.
No, you'll float. We all did.
Jump into
You all
the pit.
float.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll catch you. Come on.
Oh, God. Okay. And he jumps off. Roll acrobatics, I'd guess, to see how well you can cushion his fall.
Well, what are we cushioning for? He's just gonna land in the jellyfish pond that we did.
That's an 18.
Oh, you mean into the pit?
He's on the side of the pit, right?
No. He is. Since you guys reached the other ledge, it continues on for like a brief bit before going to a tunnel. And
I thought he was in the pit with us.
and 50 feet up above that tunnel is another ledge where the Araka is at.
Oh, never mind. don't jump. I thought like we met him like halfway up the pit. I was like,
Well, he's already jumped, and Misako, what'd you
start
roll?
asking questions.
18.
18. Okay, some of his fall is cushioned. Excuse me as I roll a few dice. Oh my god. No, right. I should do it on here so that everybody can see.
Is he dead?
You're dead.
8. Okay, I was rolling like 5, 5, 5. But, anyway, so he suffers a brief 8 damage, and even though he's just a villager, he can take that. Like, he is hurt, he is obviously not happy, he's just kind of angry at you guys, to be honest. But,
Ow.
he is happy to be relatively safe.
Hey,
How'd
mini
you get
guy.
up there?
Does this dude recognize? Do you recognize this guy?
Oh, right. I forgot you have the little baby guy with you. He's like, oh yeah, that. I'm always terrible with names. Oh yeah, that's Carl.
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 Oh yeah, and you just happen to have to sound like the other llama.
Yeah, he's like the local bonesmith. It's like, yeah, I am. That's for sure. Could you let me down?
Yeah. I put him down. My face is in so much pain.
Like, all right, well, Thank you. That thing brought me up here.
Dang.
um, you know, that weird, that weird skull creature. It took me and climbed up the wall with its claws until eventually it just dropped me off like I was some sort of snack to be saved for later.
That is ominous. Okay.
Where'd it go from there?
It just went further into that tunnel. That's where it's taken most of these people.
That's not good.
I do hear them occasionally, but they definitely have quieted recently.
That's not good. Okay, let's go deal with the problems then.
Before we start this, how long is the session going to be?
So we should actually probably wrap up real soon here because we've got another potential combat coming. Yeah.
So let's end it here then. Before we go into the cave, can we take like a short rest or something to heal our willpower and stuff?
If you rest, you consume food to rest.
How much is that?
Just 10.
All right, so I get 5.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so I'm down to 50 food, and I've healed my 1 willpower damage. Okay, seriously, I have to throw.
All right.
That is the last of my food. I'll be turning into shrooms.
So now
I have extra food. It's fine.
I'll give you some too.
I'll introduce a new mechanic. Normally, you're actually supposed to be rewarded as you like do stuff within the world, but this time I'm just gonna kind of do it retroactively. For discovering the grave and following the tunnel, you guys each get 5 skill points. And then
Cool.
Where'd those go?
We'll get to spending them in a sec. For murdering the rock creature, you get 5 skill points. For dealing with the murderous Araka, especially without truly killing him, you get 10 skill points. And for finding your way across the jade stuff, you guys get 5 skill points.
So we got 25 points.
25 points.
Cool.
So where do we log this at? Is it
So on the
humanity
top
part?
of your character sheet, there should be next to humanity. There should be like unspent and spent skill points.
Yeah.
Cool. And because you can spend them when you rest, which is partially why I brought this up. And so the way you spend them is each of the skills that you have. I wish I could bring up a character sheet as an image. I actually can bring up a character sheet as an image. What am I talking about? Let's see here. Funnily enough, it's on the drive, so I've got the old character sheet, but it should be fine. All right, so add image. Okay. So I need to download the new character sheet onto my computer, but nonetheless, oh jeez, that is taking up the whole stream. Something hard, but
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so you'll notice in skills, they each have numbers next to them. So if you want to increase the amount of dice that you have, that die says how many points you need to spend in order to get that die. You can also get specialties. These are specific things that relate to the skill. So, for example, if you remember with survival, I said survival tracking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tracking would be a specialty. You can also make them up, like athletics parkour or something like that. I don't know. The way they work is every level that you have in a specialty gives you a +1 bonus when doing that specific thing. A bonus, not like a bonus die.
So I could do like a craft
I'm cleaning.
potions or something.
Yeah, you could do like a craft potions.
Is there a alchemist class that's already in the game, or is it?
There isn't a class, but we can do alchemy stuff. I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, so I could do like influence creatures?
Yeah, that's the official one is animal handling, but you can do creatures. You can just write it.
Oh, animal handling. That's better. Okay, so
Alright.
I have 25 points, and I can just spend it on this skill list how I want, right?
Also, you can spend them on increasing your attribute stats. So,
Oh, that's important.
Which
So-
will increase your skills too.
which will
by
increase
default.
your skills too. Remember that your bonus is when you fill out all the boxes underneath one of these numbers. So if I filled out all the way from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then I would have this +3 bonus in strength, right?
Ah.
Each of these boxes requires 5 skill points. And then as you get further, like under +4, the cost increases to 10, and eventually 15, and finally 20 as you get farther and farther.
Okay, right on, right on.
I'm going to think about this to see what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it
We,
tonight.
we don't have to do it during the stream. I just want to point this out to all you guys
Okay.
so you know what to do.
Cool.
You guys also leveled up so that you get actually another discipline. You can choose to level up the discipline you have now or gain a new one. And I won't go into that now, but we'll discuss it at some point in the future.
Hell yeah, level 2 gladiator. I can use both my weapons with no penalty.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know what you're picking. All right. So that's the stream, guys. Thanks for thanks to all those people who showed up, and anybody who happened to watch this on video on demand. We love you too.
Yes.
So
Have a good night, everybody.
have a good night.
Good night, and if you're wondering why we didn't list off any sponsors, because we have none. Peace out.
No, our sponsors are you. But
Yeah.